wish fairly soon. Are you going?
Driver at the engine, fireman rings the bell, sandman swings the lantern to say that all is well. Rocking, rolling, riding, I'm on all bound for 7 Beach, not so far away. If you came from somewhere on the Charter line, could you put your hand up? Hooray! If you came from North Bristol, can you put your hand up? Yeah. Hooray! If you came from Parson Street. Hooray!
Now this map shows the lines that were proposed for closure by Beeching. And some of the lines that were to be withdrawn for passenger stopping services. As you can see, the black lines were where all services were being withdrawn, and the red dotted lines where stopping services were to be withdrawn. It's fairly substantial. It includes lines, people represented today, Edinburgh to Carlisle, stopping services, which we're pleased to know that are now some of these services are being reinstated. It also includes the line to Windermere, from Bath to Bournemouth, from Taunton to Minehead, and a lot of local lines we'll be very familiar with, like to Portishead.
How are you, John?
That is wrong. It should be bring back Portishead Railway last year.
The 7 Beach line, the line to Clevedon, Patchway, Pilning, services to Padstow and from Barnstable along the North Devon coast. Now, we've regretted this at our leisure, and we're seeing these lines being reopened over the last 30 years or so, and we're going to see more, because this was a big mistake and we're paying for it. People are starting to realise how important rail is.
Well, we're expecting 5,700 new homes in the north of Bristol. It's going to be absolute traffic chaos. So unless we get the Henry Loop line, we're in for trouble in North Bristol. It's just a complete no-brainer. It's just so obvious that a loop line will relieve the traffic congestion in the north of Bristol.
And campaigners and passengers and local authorities can play a vital role, and have played a vital role, in stopping some of this from happening and preventing it from happening again.
The Friends of FOSBR started off as Friends of the 7 Beach line, but since then we've widened our sort of campaign to include all of the trains in the Greater Bristol area. And this Unite the City campaign was to improve evening services across the city. So, for example, we got a new evening service in September 2012. Big victory, because times are hard now. And at the moment we're campaigning for better services at Bedminster to Parson Street, because the service is pretty appalling. Once every 2 hours. On Sunday there's a 5-hour gap. Which is just pathetic. So we're campaigning for better services to South Bristol, and we want to see a train that connects the north to the south of Bristol, just goes straight through Temple Meads. We're fed up with changing at Temple Meads all the time.
I've never believed that the only purpose of a railway or a transport system is to get people to work. I think we should all go and enjoy ourselves. So, on behalf of the Ramblers Association, For more years than I now care to remember, I have been organising walks in the countryside and in and around Bristol using both this line and the Bristol to Weymouth Railway. It is the pleasantest, quietest, most relaxing way to get out into our country, the environmentally kindest way to get out into our country, and everybody who does it seems to love it.
The Evening Post has been the ally of rail passengers and bus passengers throughout. And this is what happened when we only had one train trundling along the line. And only a few days later, the Evening Post announced the next train on platform 3 may be delayed, crowded or cancelled. He's got an award designed by a local artist. What Lionel does every year is deliver 10,000 timetables, not just sort of throw them out. He goes to libraries, to shops, to community groups. And he's been doing it for how many years, Lionel?
Too long.
And his slogan is never volunteer.
We've seen a huge growth in the last 10-15 years on the North Devon Exeter Barnsley Tarka line. We have seen a 100% increase in traffic. The train that's coming in now, 43 years ago, would have been a single power car with about 15 people on a 2-hourly service. Now you've got a 1-hourly service on the Severn Beach line.
How about a cheer for every one of them? I'm going to say them now. Southwest openings include Bristol Parkway 1972,
Yay!
Tiverton Parkway 1986,
Yay!
Yates 1989, Yay! Whirl 1990, Yay! Cam and Dursley 1994, Yay! Filton Abbey Wood 1996. Yay! Every one of these stations were financed and built by public bodies: British Rail, the Ministry of Defence, Somerset Council, Avon County Council and North Avon County Council. And Devon and Cornwall have been particularly proactive in obtaining money. So it really is down to the community, rail campaigners and local authorities that we have tried to make good what Beeching destroyed.
Maybe it is raining, where our train will ride. All little travellers are warm and snug inside. Rocking, rolling, riding, I'm on Mary all bound for Severn Beach, not so far.
So do you like going on a Severn Beach line?